Is playing violent video games good or bad for you? It can be both. Video games are frowned upon by parents and haters, such as my past self, as time wasters, and worse, some people think that these games corrupt the brain. Playing violent video games are easily blamed by the media and some experts as the reason why some young people become violent or commit extreme antisocial behavior. But many other scientists and psychologists find that video games can actually have many benefits. The main one is making kids smart. According to UW psychologist and researcher Sean Green, video games may actually teach kids high-level thinking skills that they will need in the future, such as spatial navigation, hand-eye coordination, and a complex understanding of the language of math. Video games change your brain, Green adds. Playing video games change the brain's physical structure the same way as do learning to read, playing the piano, or navigating using a map. Much like exercise can build muscle, the powerful combination of concentrating and rewarding surges of neurotransmitters like dopamine strengthen neural circuits that can build the brain. But I've already covered that. Let's talk about some common theories that people have as to why video games are bad, and then disprove them. Most of the bad effects of video games are blamed on the violence that they contain. Children who play more violent video games are more likely to have increased aggressive thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, and decreased pro-social health. That is not the case. There was a study conducted at Rutgers University regarding overall aggressiveness in video games. They found that in moderation, video games do not cause any of the aforementioned things. According to Dmitry Christakis of the Seattle Children's Research Institute, those who watch a lot of simulated violence, such as those in video games, can become immune to it, more inclined to act violently themselves, and are less likely to behave empathetic. A more recent study at the University of South Carolina shows different results. In the study, they monitored the brain activity of people watching videos of school shootings and the activity caused by playing a violent video game. The areas of the brain most affected by each of these activities were not linked in any way, suggesting that video game violence isn't yet realistic enough to desensitize people. In conclusion, video games are better in moderation, but that may change with our growing culture. This was Nightroom Pictures.
Hey, that's pretty good.